So, let's start drafting our front bodice. And then, remember, always put around your neck our tape measure for easiest to use or to handle our tape measure. Okay, next. So in starting drafting our pattern, we always do a construction line by tracing the outer edge of our L square. So this is our L square, this is the short arm, and this is the long arm. So in constructing our constructing a line, by tracing, make it sure the short arm is on the top and then the long arm is on the bottom. So put it like that. Then make a construction line by tracing the outer edge of our L square. And then at the corner, mark point A as our starting point. Okay? So now, we have our step number 1. We have a point A as a starting point. So next, point A to B, it's downward. We measure 2.5 inches or 2.5 inches downward on our construction line. So put the 0 or the end of our tape measure, then measure 2.5 inch. So this one. This is point B. Next, the third one. Point A to C, still downward on our construction line. Measure 4 inches. So, from point A down to point C, we have 4 inches. Okay, so we have point A, B, and C. Next, A to D. A to D is 1/2 measurement of the armhole circumference. Our armhole circumference measurement is 12 inches. So, ang kailangan lang natin, or we need the half or the 1/2 measurement. So, the armhole circumference, which is 12, we divide it into 2. So, 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6 inches. So, from point A down to point B, we have 6 inches. This is point D. Careful on marking or putting marks, making sure that we have measured the exact measurement from our starting point, or which is the point A, downward or the sideward. Next, point A to E, still downward. Point A to E is the front figure length. So we have our front figure length is 12 inches. So from point A down to the point E, so we measure 12 inches. So this one, this is point E. So, after putting measurements downward on our starting point, the next is we need to square across the point B, C, D, in E as our reference for the other measurement. So, by square across, we need to use our L square. So, put this one on this side. Then, slightly square across. Point B, C, D, and E. Okay. So what if you don't have a L square by making a construction line or the straight line? We can use a right triangle or a ruler. Make it sure that your line is parallel and perpendicular. Okay. So let's move to the step number 7. So after square across all the points, so, diba, we're done with the downward of our construction line. So, dun na po tayo sa right side of the construction line. So, A to F, point A to F on the horizontal part of our construction line, measure 1 3/4 inches. So, let's start putting our tape measure on the point A, then measure 1 3/4 inches. Then, mark is a point F. Next, A to G. A to G is the 1/2 measurement of the shoulder width. Okay, so our shoulder width is 13. So we need the half measurement or the 1/2 measurement of our shoulder width. So 13 divided by 2 is equal to 6 and 1/2 or 6.5. So let's start. Point A to point G is 6.5 or 6 and 1/2. So this is point G. Then, after getting the point G, we need to square down the point G. Okay, we need to square down slightly. So we have a straight. Next, G to H. From point G to H is 3/4 inch. So downward. So from point G to H, 3/4 inch downward. And this is our point H. Next, connect point F and H using a straight line for our shoulder line. So connect using a straight line. So connect point F and H. So this is our shoulder line. Next, shape our neckline from point F to point B using a French curve. So put it like this. So make it sure the point F and B is connected with the French curve. Then slightly curve this side or this area, the outer part of the French curve. So we have our front neckline. So for using irregular curves like neckline and armhole, we use a French curve. So next, after shaping our neckline, let's do to the point C to I. C to I is 1/2 measurement of our chest width, or you can use the half measurement of the shoulder width less half inch. But we will use our chest width. So we have 11 inches. So we need a half measurement. So 11 divided by 2 is equal to 5 1/2 or 5.5. So this line on the, so from point C, measure 5.5. So 5.5, this is our point I. Okay, next, point B to J. Point D to J is 1/4 measurement of our bust circumference. So we have our bust circumference is 28. So we need 1/4, or the we divide 28 into 4. So 28 divided by 4 is equal to 7. So D to J is 7. This is our point J. So D to J is 7 for the 1/4 measurement of our bust circumference. Next, after getting the chest width, the measurement of chest width and the bust circumference, we need to curve or to shape our front armhole by connecting point H, I, and J. Okay po? So, by connecting it using our French curve. So, start connecting point H and I with a slightly curve. Okay. Then, point I and J. So, we have our front armhole. So, we have our front armhole by connecting point H, I, and J using a French curve. So, next, E to K. Point E to K. So, on the line E, we need a 1/4 measurement of our waist circumference. So, our waist circumference measurement is 23 inches. So, we need 1/4. So, 23 divided by 4 is equal to 5.75 or 5 3/4. So, measure from point E to K, 5 3/4. So, this is point K. This one. Then, after getting the point K, we connect point J to K using a straight line. So, connect it with a straight line. Okay, so we have our side seam for our front body. So, we have the neckline, we have the shoulder line, front armhole, then the side seam, and this is the front figure. Next, from point K K to L, it's upward. So following the line JK. So we measure 1/4 inch or 0.5. So from point K, measure 1/4 inch. Then this is the point L. Okay, the point L. So after getting the point L, we need to connect point L to E using a hip curve or slight curve. So, put it like that. Then, connect our point L to E. So, that. So, we have our front bodies. So, we need to cut our front bodies from point B, E, no, point B, C, D, E, L, J, I, H, F, and then back to B. So, I have here a final output. So, this is our front bodies strip. So, like that. As you can see, it's equal. So, this one is our front bodies or our black pattern for front.